Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're gonna do a little bit of a mix of an unboxing video and a setup video, or like a first impression video. So as you can see, we got three packages right here. Let's just go ahead and start with the base. So this is the Eberlestock mission frame, Emod frame, I think something like that. It's the Emod system that they brought out like 2 years ago as of right now, I believe. So this is the base of what we are going to be working with today. It's a frame system. If you don't know like what the difference is, but I think pretty much all of you don't know, is you've got an aluminum frame instead of like a regular backpack that's reinforced with some Tegris or whatever. And this is my first Eberlestock product ever. So I'm very interested to see how this turns out. For my first impressions, this does make a really sturdy impression. It kind of feels like LHT, if you know them, or like Eagle Industries. They all have this very rugged feeling to them. Your hip sling, like this, it's not too thick, and as you can see, it's somewhat thin but still padded nicely, like that a lot. Not sure what to think of the Eberlestock markings on the shoulders, but maybe I'll just cut them off. And this is what we're going to be working with today. So the first package we're going to open will be this one right here. And in here should be all the accessories that I would like for this pack. That's some jute for another project. So we've got two bags in here, right? Let's put this aside. This is the most important part, and this was actually the reason why I got this pack instead of anything else. So what this is, they call it the Eberlestock Art. It stands for something rifle carrier or whatever. It's basically a very sturdy platform to carry around your gun, and the way this mounts to the platform is something I still gotta figure out. I haven't watched a video on how to set that up. I've just watched videos, a lot of videos actually, of guys using those and liking them a lot, but from what I can assume... Okay, so you got this opening on the bottom which goes all the way up, and this is your rifle pocket, so to say. You put the stock of your gun in here, and then you can adjust the height with the Velcro. So let's see if I can set this up right away. I think something like this should work. So I've got a little bit hanging out because I do want to carry two rather large guns on this, which I'm gonna show you later. But again, this was the reason why I got into the system, because I wanted something to carry very big and long and heavy guns for longer periods of time, which is something you're not gonna do when all you've got is a regular backpack or even just a sling. So let's say you run a medium machine gun or something like that, and you do have to walk over longer distances. You're probably not gonna do that when you carry that just on a sling. I'm gonna throw that on here very briefly so you guys don't have to wait that long. Maybe I should have molded this on before I put in the rifle carrier. But I'm not gonna take it out now. So that's one side done, and you gotta do this 4 times in total. I'm just gonna do a second one and move on from there. So this is how that looks, right? And let's just say you're in a position where you don't want to move a heavy gun. Everything you basically would have to do is take your hand, undo the Velcro, and when you undo it all the way, you can just take this part out. So it's really easy, and the modular system, which is something I'm a fan of, because I'm not a fan of buying something for a very specific use case. I'd rather have one product I can use for similar or like multiple setups and just slightly change the setup and it still works. So that way you end up with less gear you're not gonna really use that takes up a lot of space, right? So the next thing, these are the zipper adapters for something you pretty much could guess what it's gonna be. Very simple and straightforward setup. You're just gonna take these, wrong side, put them on the zipper, right? And then you close them up. Something that I've just noticed, which I'm not a big fan of, is that the zippers on the Emod are black and on the zipper adapters they are tan. I think they should change that all to FDE, of course, because that blends in way better than black, of course. So now we've got the zipper adapters on both sides, and the last package contains your main compartment. Hey, we got some free swag from LHG. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It's the detail, folks. It's the detail. Order at different stores, but take a look at how they treat their customers. So this is the Eberlestock Mission Assault Pack, and let me just cut off this damn text here. As you can see, it does have some straps, so you could wear this on your own, and I hope there is some... Okay, so I would have wished that you could completely remove this, because there is no way I will actually wear this as a standalone pack. And the zippers on this one are black again, so I think there is some sort of inconsistency with their product design, but it is what it is. And what you're gonna do from here on is you're gonna zip it onto one side and just close that down. And if we would have done this to the other side, right, we would have the possibility to carry a big gun. So something I'm gonna do is show you what gun I want to carry with this, right? So I've got an Airsoft M240 Lima right here, which probably doesn't even fit in the screen. No, it absolutely does, not even halfway. So this is a very big and a very heavy and unwieldy gun. And if you're in any sort of milsim scenario and you have to carry this big piece of metal for a long time, you don't want to carry that on your sling. It will kill your back. So what we're gonna do is pull up the frame system a little bit. Then we insert the stock in our weapons pocket right here, and there it is. we've got some clips up here on top, which I hope they are in frame. Let me check actually. No, they're not. Okay, wait, sorry for that. There you go. So we've got some straps up here. And these are part of the arc carrier. And you can just go ahead and clip that right into there to secure the gun firmly on your bag. And now we're gonna flip over the pack, and you now see why I definitely needed these zipper adapters, because even with those it's a little bit tight of a fit. But it's closed down. So what we've got here right now is the possibility to carry 30 liters of gear, and you could easily adapt this pack to make it even bigger. So there's like a 7.5 liters top lid that you can add as well as like the beaver tail to carry some big items like a helmet or whatever on the front, and you can add the bat wings, they call it, to the side, which are about 10 liters each. Again, so you can make this pack really big actually, to carry whatever you want. There is a different kind of, so this is basically your main pack, right? And there is a second type of it. So these being the assault pack, quote unquote. It's nothing special actually. Let me just open this up a little bit. It's just a very basic and standard main compartment. You can put your gear in here and be ready to go, right? The medic bag is a little bit more detailed, so to say, on the inside. It has more pockets, like more stuff going on, but that's not what I'm looking for. I just want a very basic pack that I can throw some stuff in to be a day outside on the run, right? And you probably could have guessed it already, but this pack is not specifically designed to carry lightweight medium machine guns. You can, of course, but it's not designed to do that, right? And the last piece of kit I've got here is the So this is the Eberlestock shooting rest. So you're gonna put this on a gun somewhere here. You can lay your pack flat on the ground and use this as a shooting rest, which is something that works really good for sniper rifles or precision rifles, so to say. I'm sorry for the quote, sniper rifles. That's some bullshit. So you're just gonna put this somewhere on here to have like a rest. Sorry, like this, to have like a rest to rest your rifle on, right? And that works really well. And the nice thing is this whole frame setup is not that expensive actually. So it is way under $1,000. I think something like 600-ish, somewhere in that area, with all the stuff you see on here, right? And for a frame system, that is actually not that bad, considering I've bought everything new as well, right? So yeah, that is what I'm gonna run for quite some time now, for most of my game days probably. I'll get it adjusted and set up properly, because if you don't adjust the frame, it will hurt you more than it will be of good use for you. And I will definitely make a follow-up video on this at some point when I've got some time on this down. Until then, I hope you guys like the video. If you do, please make sure to like and subscribe as always. Leave a comment, and if you got any questions regarding this pack, write them down in the comments. I'm always answering all of my comments. Have a nice one.